Hey, I haven't done an update on this game in a while. There hasn't been any new content, but there has been some pretty cool workshop mods and one minor tweak that will actually make people who want to play as the other skins a lot more convenient. So let's look at some of the mods here. There's been a number of mods. Got Bayonetta, Bayonetta 2, Hayabusa, and Dante. So you can tell this model is just straight up imported from DMC5 on PC. I imagine the same was done with this as well. They probably extracted this from an emulator or something. We're going to play as Dante today. There's actually some cool mods as well. I can give Dante here the Yamato. There aren't any cool bow staff mods yet. Right here is the Red Queen. There's, what's it called, Sparta. And then the DSD. These look pretty cool too. Alright, so let's go ahead and take him into the Bloody Palace. Just for a quick second here. And then I'll show the other change. Dante has wandered into another game's Bloody Palace, apparently. Looking for a new challenge. If the game loads. Alright, sorry about that. There's a possibility it may not like the mods that I'm using. Let's try that again. Alright, well, it worked that time. So, he looks pretty cool. So, the main thing that they added this patch is they added a third accessory slot. If you played this game before, you'd know that there were only two accessory slots before, and pretty much all the female skin options required an extra accessory slot. I mean, for what it's worth, a lot of these accessories aren't that useful. I pretty much just always use the one that gives you more meter gain, and then the lifesteal is pretty useful, but the other stuff is not really that great, so I don't really think it was as big an issue as people made it out to be, but still I think that people who want to play as a female character should have equal, gameplay options as people who just want to play as the male character. So now you can actually change this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little bit with the Dante skin here, and then I'll go back in and I'll change to Bayonetta so you guys can see how it works. So let's check out the Yamato skin as well. It's pretty spot on. Obviously it's spot on because it's the exact same model from the game, but still pretty cool. Alright, so let's do a couple quick fights here. Why the performance is so weird. Try that. It's probably my G-Sync or something. There's also voice mods as well. Unfortunately, there's no voice mod for Dante, so he's still gonna be Yejin. So let's go ahead and install the Bayonetta mod, and I'll show how it works. Hopefully it won't crash again. Let's go with this one. So Bayonetta will be wielding the Yamato as well. So the male and female character models actually have different skeletons. So it's not like you can't use it with the male model, but it will look a little bit awkward. So let's go ahead and put this one on. Like you can see that. Actually, it doesn't seem to be changing the way that the skeleton looks, which is kind of weird. That is weird. Oh, no wonder I have the wrong one on. It's this one. There you go. See, now the skeleton and the voice changes. Kind of sucks how the Knuckles don't have a QTE animation. But stunning enemies in this game is a pretty underutilized mechanic, so it doesn't really put them at a disadvantage. It's just kind of odd how they haven't added one yet. Guy's waggle QTE move cannot get you out of anything. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. They haven't really added any new content. It's mostly just been bug fixes. I mean, it took them like several months to add the third level, so I'm not sure how they're going to update this game incrementally from this point on. It doesn't seem like they can really add anything else to the game that won't take a long period of time. There were a lot of people expressing frustration and fearing that the game was going to be abandoned right before they did this big patch about a month ago, so I don't know how they plan to address that in the future. I think the biggest problem with this game right now is that the runs are getting increasingly longer. When you have like maxed gear and you're playing on easy or normal, you can still finish it in like under an hour. But I think the main issue right now is that the third level is almost completely static. Almost nothing changes at all besides the you know, just the contents of the chest and stuff. The monster arrangements are the same, and the puzzles are the same every time. And it's kind of like, you know, if you were expected to play the same Zelda dungeon with the exact same items and puzzle solutions every like multiple times in a run. That's kind of how it feels right now. So I hope that they're planning to add more variety, because right now it's like the game is a roguelike, but it isn't. When it was just the first two levels, it did still kind of feel like one, because there were a number of level chunks that made it different enough that even though you were playing through the same tile sets and stuff, that it wasn't the exact same thing every time. But with the third level, that's pretty much gone outside the window. It's very much just a standard, like, static level you'd find in any other character action game. So I hope they're listening to the feedback on that. I definitely can't see myself playing a lot of runs on this, like, if they're going to continue going in that direction. But I do think they've added quite a lot of cool stuff to this game. It is still fun to play. It kind of reminds me of Fighting Rage in a way. Fighting Rage, one of the biggest complaints was also how long the runs are. And you didn't used to be able to suspend your game until very recently, maybe about a year ago or so. And that was a big problem for a lot of people, but the way that he also addressed the issue alongside the suspend patch was to just allow you to play in other short, like more condensed, easily consumable modes. They already have that here with the Hell mode and the Bloody Palace, and the Arena mode, so I don't think that needs to be addressed, but if they really want to continue to call this game a roguelike, they definitely need to have more run variety. So in the event that it does get updated soon, I'll let you guys know, and also I'll be checking the workshops periodically. I'll probably do some Dante and Bayonetta runs in the near future. My upload speed is still very erratic and inconsistent, fluctuating a lot, so I don't know how feasible it is to do like hour-long videos right now, because that's how long it takes to finish a run on this. And I do think it's kind of boring to watch, because I have both a maxed out character, and the last level of the game, like I said, is pretty much the same experience every time. So I might just look into doing some Bloody Palace runs instead, just to kind of have a little bit more variety on the channel. In that case, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.